Hello beautiful people, let's make this super delicious bread rolls. In my bowl, I'll add in milk and I also bring in the yeast and the sugar, and we'll mix all this in to combine properly. All the ingredients I used are all at room temperature, except you're using a self-rising flour. Your yeast should be active. If it's not active, your dough wouldn't rise. And I brought in melted butter. I also added in 1 large egg and a little cinnamon powder to give us some flavor, and we're also going to mix this again to combine properly. Now I came in with the bread flour and salt, and we're going to start bringing this together to form a shaggy dough. When we get to this point where it's hard to turn with the spatula, I'm going to come in with my washed hands and we'll keep bringing this together to absorb all the dry flour and form a dough. And I'll transfer this to my work table for easier work, and we'll start kneading this. If you have a stand mixer, please go ahead and use that for this, but I always prefer kneading with my hands. This dough can tear easily. Initially, when you start kneading this, it might be very sticky, but don't be tempted to add in lots of flour initially. Knead for about 2 minutes, and if it's still very sticky, you come in with a couple tablespoons of flour. We'll knead this between 7 to 10 minutes till we get it to a point like this where it's soft and very fluffy. And I'll turn this into a ball shape, and in my bowl I added in oil. This oil will help the dough not to stick to the bowl when we are proofing it. And I'm going to cover this with a cling film. I also covered it with my kitchen towel. That will help retain the heat and the moisture in the dough, and will allow this to rest between 40 minutes to 1 hour or until it doubles in size. And mine has risen so well after 40 minutes. And this is my baking tray. I'm going to apply butter all over the tray. This is very important. It will help your bread not to stick to the baking pan. You can also line your baking tray with parchment paper. It makes it easier for the bread to fall out after baking. I will apply a little flour on my work table and we'll bring in the dough. Now we're going to form this bowl into a ball shape again, deflate all the bubbles in it. I also sprinkled in a little flour again on top of the dough because I don't want this to stick to my fingers at all. And I'll poke a hole and we'll cut this dough open, and we're going to cut this into little pieces. If you want exact measurement for each bread roll, you have to use your kitchen scale to get exact measurements, but I randomly cut mine. And we'll form each cut out dough into a ball shape. Observe what I'm doing. You can also do this. Bread making is a skill I think every family should be aware of. Homemade bread recipes are always the best. Nothing beats that for me. We no longer buy bread here. I make almost all the bread we eat at home. And we'll transfer this to our baking tray. We'll cover this with a clean kitchen towel and we'll allow it to rise and rest again between 40 minutes to 1 hour. I live in the warm regions, so I will allow this to rest on my counter here. But if you live in the cold regions, please send this to a warm place to proof or until it doubles in size. Also bear in mind that even if you live in the warm regions, during cloudy days or rainy days, yours might take up to 1 hour before it doubles in size. And after 40 minutes, mine has risen so well. I will gently apply liquid milk all over the dough. This will give it a shiny color when it's coming out from the oven. I also sprinkled in sesame seeds on top of the dough, and we're going to send this to a preheated oven, and we'll be baking at 180 degrees Celsius between 35 minutes to 40 minutes. And here is our bread coming out right out from the oven. My kitchen right now smells so amazing. And we'll quickly take this out of the tray before it starts sweating. And we'll place this on the wire rack to cool completely before cutting into it. but this is always a tempting time. Most times at home here, we don't observe that cooling time because everyone wants to have a piece of freshly baked hot bread. I hope you learned a thing or more from this video. Remember, at Glory Homemaker, we give you value for your time. This is so soft and fluffy and so delicious. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.